Hey everyone, back with another video today. Beautiful day out, and I got me new sunglasses because the sun is just too strong for me. Like, see, my eyes are very sensitive to the sun, so I basically need them now, or else I'll be blinded by the light. you know. So today I want to talk about how I was a very jealous person when I was very young, in my early 20s, because I'd see people who had on a higher level than me, who had better things than me. I'd see them on social media all the time, Facebook, and especially when you're a teenager, like, or in your early 20s, you see all these people they look like they have everything in life because no, they'll never post anything negative. It's all about positive things in their life. They'll always post things about going on holidays, like they'll always post things about going out with their girlfriend and all this, and posting stuff about drinking in the bar and all this, and you just see it everywhere, even on Instagram now. It's all just people who they don't want to show off any negativity in their life. It'll all just be the positive things. But the thing about this is half of it isn't even worth being jealous over, because these people don't have their lives together. Most of them are on fucking drinking, drugs, and all. Who knows what they're on? Because I've witnessed it myself. Like I know so many people who, they go on Facebook and all this, and Instagram, and they post about how great their life is and all this. But at the end of the day, I know that they have these problems in life, because you start to see how fake everything is, because most people are just ignorant today. They don't want to be friends. They just want to they want to meet someone and add them to their friend count on Facebook or Instagram and show off how great they are, but they won't ever show off their problems in life, because most people today are just not with it. They can pretend that everything's fine, but it's not, because every day they can show off to everyone that I'm doing great. I'm hanging at the club. I'm going to Cyprus or wherever. I'm visiting all these exotic places, but you'll never see any of the negative stuff because they just won't show it. And I realised that it's all fake. All the stuff that they post, it's all just nonsense. And I knew from a young age that it was nonsense, because I never felt the need to just put myself, like, go to a holiday or whatever, and I never felt the need to just show off how great I am, how much money I have, how all the girls I'm dating, how many friends I have on Facebook. Like, I used to be on. I still have a Facebook account, but I've narrowed it down to only about probably about 30 people at this stage. I used to have hundreds of friends years ago, but I just got sick and tired of seeing all the nonsense that they post. It's all this drama and pretend that they have good in life, but I know behind the scenes that they don't have a good in life. There's all this drama in their lives, and they're in bad relationships, they're in bad jobs, they hate their jobs, and at the end of the day, that's nothing to be jealous over, because and it's easy to act nice and all this, but I can see through people when they try to be nice, when they pretend to be nice, because people were very nice to me back when I was in my early 20s, and I put my trust in them. But you start to see that people are fake, because I think I mentioned this before, but my friend that I used to play in a band with, he pretended to be a very nice person. He pretended to be one, but the one day he just he left for Canada without telling me, and I'm like, what kind of a friend does that? How can a nice person do that? Like, how can you just abandon someone like that and not even tell them that you're leaving for another place? Like, it's crazy, man. Like, and that's why I'm very careful who I get to know nowadays, because most people, it's easy to act nice, but it's not easy to be genuinely nice. So, you can talk to me, you can come up and talk to me and act all nice to me, but at the end of the day, actions speak louder than words. It's the way it's always been. And I see all these people. I see all these fellas online that are like, they're so unhappy, and they go outside, they see all these couples like holding hands and I don't know, slap each other on the arse for that. But you should. There's no reason to be jealous of that. You know why? Because most relationships today aren't even a real relationship. They're just a hookup thing. I've seen. I know. I've seen the videos online. I've seen people on Facebook. They get in and out of relationships so fast, and that they basically never even been in a relationship. They just go from one person to the next, and they somehow think that's a relationship. But most relationships these days just aren't going to last, because with the whole Tinder culture, dating app culture, hookup culture, and all that, it's just. I believe relationships are a marriage. I believe they're a thing of the past now, because I don't see people getting married. I'm in my 30s now, and none of my friends are married. I see them, people that I used to know from school, they're not married. Well, very little of them are, and they don't have kids. They don't have a family or anything, even though they should at this stage. There's so many men nowadays that should be in a relationship and they should have family, but they don't. So you know. And I don't know why that is, but I think it has to do with something with the hookup culture and the dating apps and all this stuff. Because there's so many men who they should have families, but they don't. And I think it's to do with abandoning Christianity as well, because a lot of people just don't have a relationship with God now, and they think there's no meaning to life. They think there's no point in having kids or just putting the work in to get somewhere good in life, so they just stay where they are, and yeah, I believe I believe true marriage is a thing of the past, because the divorce rate is so high now. I mean, the statistics are out there. You can go and find them if you want, and I just don't see people in relationships now. I can look at people and tell that that's not a real relationship, because they just show off. You don't need to show off that you're in a relationship. You can just be in one and not have to tell people about it, because at the end of the day, it's not about showing off. It's about it's about you and your soulmate together. You don't be showing that off to other people. You don't have to, and yeah, and people say I'm the bad guy, but because I don't agree with their views or whatever, or they don't dress the way they want and stuff. I'm seeing all you people, and you don't have your lives together. So why are you telling me that I have to put my life together? Just because I have standards, I have my own style. So I want to work a good job. I don't want to work a crappy job that pays me nothing, which is basically every job now. And I want a woman that'll be faithful to me, doesn't have a high body count or whatever, and she's not constantly drinking in the clubs or doing stuff like that, or showing off, like wearing all these skimpy clothes and all this. But somehow I'm the bad guy for wanting that, but you people don't have your lives together either, because you go in and out of relationships, and you've never been married, you don't have kids, and you don't work a good job, you don't have any friends, because all your friends are fake. Even though you have 5,000 friends on Facebook, you don't even know any of them real well. So how can you say I'm the bad guy? Huh? Just because I say what I want to say, and you don't agree with that? Well, it is what it is. Not everyone is going to agree in life, but nowadays, people act like you have to agree with them, because we're living in such a insulated society where everyone has to agree with each other, and it's all because of the globalism and stuff like that. Like back in the day, you could have your own opinion about things, but nowadays you have to go with the group consensus, or you'll just be left out. I know a lot of you probably feel this way, because you've probably been dropped by certain people because they didn't like what you said one time. And that's the thing about acting nice. Like, anyone can act nice, but if you're dropping people or dropping friends without notice and ghosting people and all this, then you're not a true friend. You're just not. Like, you have to be genuinely nice, not acting nice, because anyone can do that, and it's not going to get you anything in life. So, and I can tell when people are putting on a show, because I know certain people from school who like I know one guy, he was a massive bully in school, like just a horrible person, never got on with anyone. Well, he got on with certain people who were like him, but he just always causing trouble. Never, always had to be the centre of attention. Always had to make a show of himself. Always picking on people who he thought were beneath him, but in reality he's the one who's beneath us. And I'm not friends with him on Facebook anymore, but I never was friends with him. But I happened to see him one day on Facebook, and he has a kid and a wife and all this, but I know for a fact that he's not treating them well, because he likes to put all this stuff up. Like, he smiles in every single photo. Like, he's big into smiling. Like, he was like that back in the day as well. And but I can tell that he's the same person that he was. He probably doesn't treat his wife well. He probably doesn't treat his kid well. He never puts up a picture of him and his wife. Very rarely. So, but that just shows you, like, she probably doesn't want anything to do with him. But, you know. But I'm just saying, I don't think that's a healthy relationship. I don't think he ever will be in a healthy relationship, because that's just who he is, and he's never going to change. He'll always be a scum, and he'll never fix his life, you know. And I know women like this as well. Like I know a girl from school who well, she's always been single. Well, she's in and out of relationship. I wouldn't call them relationships. Relationships aren't a thing anymore. But she's in and out of these hookups all the time, and she's posting on Facebook all the time, or Instagram, and like she's posting like drinking in the clubs and all this, and going on holidays, hanging out in the sun and all this. But her friend told me that she's on antidepressants, and you know, because she can't cope with life, and because like how can you be jealous of people like that? How can you be jealous of people like her or the other fellow? Because there's nothing to be jealous of, because that's what most people are like now, because most people have lost their ways. They don't most people are lost, and they won't admit they're lost, but they are, and I can see it. They'll tell you that you're lost, but even though you're the one who sees it, you're the one who knows that there's something going on now with people. So, and it's not natural. Whatever it is, it's not natural at all. And they'll tell you that you're the bad guy, but how can I be the bad guy when I'm just spitting out truth? You don't like what I'm saying? That's what makes you uncomfortable. You say I have to fix my life, I have to change my life, but you know, I'm happy with the way I am. Because when I was a nice guy in my early 20s, I put my trust in anyone, and that's not the way to be, because people will take advantage of that. And you know, especially nowadays, so it's such a dog-eat-dog world, so competitive, and you don't know what people are like. So this is how you should be. You shouldn't be jealous of people, because there's nothing to be jealous of at the end of the day. Like, how can you be jealous of such a superficial world like this, where people don't have their lives together, they don't treat each other well, they don't even have friends, proper friends or relationships. They just go in and out. They replace one friend with another, and one girlfriend with another, or one boyfriend with another, and it just never stops happening. Like like I said, marriage isn't a thing anymore. Like, because even if you do get married, you'll probably get divorced anyway, because as I said, people have abandoned God, they've abandoned Christianity, and marriage is a big thing. Family and marriage is a big important thing about Christianity, and most people just don't believe in that now. It's all about what they want, and it's not about what the community wants, you know. So yeah. I've dated women, but I have never been in a relationship, like, because it's just not a thing now. Like, because I'd like to be in one, but most women now, they just want one guy, and then they want to move on to the next one. Like, this isn't how it should be. Like, people should be starting families, and they should be staying with each other, enriching each other's lives. That's because we can't all be alone in life, because we need to function as a society, because if we don't, society's just going to collapse. The grid will stop working. The men who feel like they've been rejected by society their whole lives, they're going to stop wanting to engage with it, and the whole society will just crumble because they know society hates them now, and they don't want to give back to it because it doesn't care about them, you know. And but yeah, this is the main point of the video. Like, don't be jealous of people because there's nothing to be jealous of. Because even on the way here, I was walking and minding my own business, and this guy, a very tall guy with his woman next to him, he gives me a dirty look. I don't know why he gave me that dirty look, but it's almost like he was trying to impose his dominance on me or whatever. But you know, I'm not taking that shit. Like, you know, just because you're a big tall guy with a girlfriend, or who probably will leave, like, you're more concerned with looking at me and giving me dirty looks, but you're not concerned with what your girlfriend thinks. So, you know. So yeah, you look at me like I'm the bad guy. Nah, you're the bad guy, mate, and you just don't realise it. Yeah. Another thing, like, make sure if you're still using social media or all this, make sure you narrow it down to only the people who you want to associate with, because that's what I've done. I still have a Facebook and an Instagram, but I've narrowed it down to only people that care about me and that I care about, because most of them it's not going to enrich your life just looking at other people's lives, comparing them, because that's when the enviousness and the jealousy, that's when it starts to form. And you know, you don't want to be like that, because the devil will come into your life if you just allow yourself to doom scroll and all this. So you know, so never only associate with people who have a similar level to you, who understand you, who have similar things in life to you, similar opinions. Because if you associate with people on a higher level than you, they'll just they'll attack you, they'll turn on you for anything you'll say. You'll say something they won't agree with, and they'll just turn on you. And because that's just how people are. I've seen it happen time and time again. Happens all the time. Seen it online, seen it in real life, seen it when I'm at the park, seen it when I'm on the bus. I've seen it everywhere. So, you know, and if you're you need to take this on board, because most people aren't special. They think they are, but they aren't, and they think that you're a loser. But you know, I've seen a lot of fellas, they go outside and they're always comparing themselves to other people. But the thing is, no one's above you, because even though they might have a better job, better girlfriend, better relationship, better friends, or more loads of friends, or always going on holidays, that doesn't mean that they're spiritually happy. Like, the reason they do all this is because it's all superficial, and they want people to think that they're happy, but they're not. So, you know. And so yeah, I think I've Harper went on long enough, so that's just something I forgot to say. But but yeah, but that's the end of the video. So I hope you've took some of this wisdom on board, and that you shouldn't be comparing yourself to other people, because at the end of the day it's not worth it, because these people don't have their lives together, even though they look like they have them together. And at the end of the day, you should keep living for yourself. Don't compare yourself to other people, and just do what you want to do. Don't listen to people who try to put you down or anything like that, because they're just lost. They're lost. They don't know what they're doing. They just coast through life for no meaning, and then that's the way it is. So anyway, I'll see you for the next video. So you take care. Bye.